Okay, well, there's been a change here. As I mentioned before, my camera crapped out on me. Our video camera crapped out on us, so we were using my Nikon for a while, but that's so big and cumbersome, Judy was having trouble with it. Then we tried using my telephone, which worked fine. Unfortunately, the only way I could really get it to work really good after we made a video was to open the case of the phone and get in there and take the chip out and insert it in the computer. Well, I didn't want to do that over and over again because constantly opening your telephone case is not a good idea. So I went ahead and bought a new video camera, which set us back almost $300. So anyway, if you want to make a small contribution, and by I say small, I mean just a couple bucks. I don't mean anything exorbitant or anything like that. That's just not necessary. And if you don't want to make a contribution at all, that's all right too. We're going to continue to make these videos. But if you'd like to help out a little, just drop a buck or two over in that tip jar over there. It goes to a PayPal account, and we'd appreciate it. But again, don't put any big tips in there. It's just not necessary. Okay, so today, I mentioned in the last video that I was going to have Judy take pictures of my hand, which she did here. This is just a draft picture of my hand from the side and the front and the other side and the back, okay? And I went ahead, I had to cut me out a new arm here because the other hand was too small. I went ahead and blocked out this hand. It's a lot larger than that other hand, but we're going to cut it down. I just blocked it out to get the shape that I wanted the gun to be, and you know, I've left enough material on there to where I can mold this hand to the gun. I printed me off some pictures of a Henry rifle, this one right here, and I printed several different sizes. It's easy to do with you know, you just copy the picture and you know, open up a word processing program is what I did. Brought up a blank sheet and pasted, enlarged it, pasted, enlarged it, pasted, enlarged it, pasted, and then printed it. And it works out real good that way. And then you can see when I drew it on the piece of wood, I made it larger than it really is to give me plenty of the material to cut away. And then I got me a 1/2-inch piece of that good Heineke basswood and cut out my blank. And then I shaved off a piece on the one side to bring the blank back down to a closer thickness to what the gun would actually be in this scale. Okay? And then I'll hang on to this because it's a good pattern for a gun. So, when he's holding it in his hand, he's going to be gripping it right in front of the mechanism, cocking mechanism right here. Okay, he's going to be gripping it right there. So that's going to happen about right there. So you can see that this is going to look pretty slick once he's done. Here's the front view. This is what the front view is. The hand is a slight slant inward towards the front here, so that's going to bring that gun around to the front, and it's going to be in his hand sort of like that there. So it's going to look pretty slick, I think. So, promised Judy I wasn't going to move around too fast till she gets used to this new camera, and I got to get used to it too. So the first thing I want to do is just start roughing this gun out, and I've got my other gun right in front of me, so I can pretty well figure out, you know, exactly what I need to do. This area up here is flat now, while this area on the stock up front and in the back is rounded. So I don't really, the only thing I want to do up here is just kind of smooth that off. Just like that. And you can see while me going this way, see the tears in the grain? Well, that's an indication that I need to go the opposite direction. Like that, see? Then I get a smooth surface right there. Now if I flip it over, then I can come forward. Learning that grain, well, that's the biggest hurdle that most people have. Just like that, see? And then we can continue on with rounding this out. There's another grain problem. Worked fine down here because those chips come off this way, but up here on top, got to turn it around and go the opposite way. Now most of the detail on the actual brass mechanism, this part here, will be hidden by that guy's hand. But still yet, we're going to carve as much of it on there as we possibly can. Just don't get in a hurry and take too much off. Take a little chip off right here to see which way the grain's going. It's all right. Now that blade on the other one there was just too broad to allow me to make these turns. I'm going to be doing a lot of refining on this gun, which we don't have time to film. I'll Just want to basically get the rough shape of it done. Okay. So we've got the back end of this mechanism right there, and the front end right there. So I'm going to shave this off. There, wouldn't you know it, you get in one spot there and the grain goes the opposite direction. And the last thing we want is a crooked barrel. This side's nice and smooth. So we've got draw a line back on here. We've got the strap around the front stock. So I'm going to indicate that. And we've got the front end of the mechanism. Constantly checking the rifle there, make sure I've got this where it's supposed to be.
14 minutes.
It's a slow process. But you want to get it right. Well, we're going to have to cut this off. Move too fast. So anyway, I'm going to continue doing this, and then you can see where I'm going with this. It just takes a lot of time to, get things the way they're supposed to be. And I want to make sure that I do that. So I'm going to continue doing this, and in the next video I'll probably have this gun done. And we can fit it to the hand. So until then, I'll talk to you later. Thank you.